Okay, so we're going to have a little bit here from Dr. Eric Davis being interviewed by James Fox. Now, James Fox is getting a bit frustrated, I think. He's saying, why can't we get to the evidence? And Eric Davis is going to respond.
We have alien spaceships in our possession. Mm-hmm. We have bodies. Where and why can't I get the specifics to verify those?
Yeah, you see, you can tell James Fox here, he really wants to get to the bottom of this, but I think poor Mr. Fox is, he's a bit of a fanboy. He believes this stuff. There are no alien spacecraft on Earth. No one's reverse engineering them. But just listen to what Eric Davis says here. This is quite interesting.
Claims.
If the President of the United States issued an executive order that absolves me of all of my TSSCI NDAs.
More alphabet soup. They love it, these guys, don't they? Like UAP Gerb, the alphabet soup man.
NDAs are non-disclosure agreements. Those are the agreements we have to sign for every compartment in our SCI clearances. So if the President waives or absolves my obligation to those NDAs, and I get subpoenaed by Congress, somebody on Capitol Hill.
Now, he's still going to need to be subpoenaed, note that. So if the President waives him for any of his, waives his responsibilities with regarding his NDAs, he's still not going to go and talk to anybody. He's going to have to be subpoenaed. I think they know. Eric Davis and Putoff and co. know subpoenas are in the wind.
Some committee, either in the Senate or the House or the both, to reveal everything I know that I learned from my investigations, both unclassified and classified.
So he'll reveal everything he's learned from his investigations into the classified and non-classified,
into the Legacy
UAP programs. Everything he's learned during his investigations into these. Not everything he's learned because of his participation in any of these.
Crash retrieval and hardware reverse engineering and NHI programs, I would do so. If I could be waived from that or absolved in some fashion by presidential order, and if Congress subpoenas me, yes, I would go and tell them everything I know.
Yeah, so he would be, so he needs to be subpoenaed, and he would tell us everything he knows about his investigations into the Legacy UAP and crash retrieval program. Everything he knows, everything he's found out during his investigations into it, not because of his participation in it. So this guy is a waste of time, really, isn't he? He's a complete and utter waste of time. They all are. What's he going to say if he gets subpoenaed? You know, this admiral told me this colonel told me that. He has no personal experience with ET biological or technological material. He's told us that in his own words. So what use is this guy, really? What use is... What are they going to gain by giving this guy a subpoena? He's going to stand in front of them and say, well, Admiral so-and-so told me this, Colonel so-and-so told me that. And they'll say to him, Eric Davis, do you have any personal experience with NHI, beings, aliens, their recovered spacecraft? Have you ever worked on their technology? And he's going to say, no, I have not. And I'll just tack a clip on here where he will tell us that in his own words. I'll leave a link to this below as well. This is the clip from News Nation. News Nation. What is it? Moment of Contact. James Fox. There we go. Okay, I was looking at this the other day. This is from Generation Z. It's an interview with Dr. Eric Davis. You know, he's one of the sort of legacy Piffle-Peddlers, if you like. He's been in this game for a very long time. I'll leave a link to this video below so you can watch the entire interview if you're feeling masochistic. But this is all we really need to know about Dr. Eric Davis and his experience with extraterrestrial materials.
Actually, two more questions, and then we'll be done here. And thank you so much for all of this. This has been great, and your answers have been very thorough, which has also piqued my interest leading into discussions on some of the subjects that you answered, and it's been very, very good. So thank you. These final two questions are a little more fun, not nearly as science-based. Dr. Davis, relative to what you can speak on from a legal perspective, and this is a pretty blunt one, but I figured I would throw it in at the end for a little bit of fun and to see how, to what extent you could answer respectfully. How?
This question is not really for a little bit of fun. This is the most important question he's ever been asked.
Have you ever come in contact with any type of NHI, alive, not alive, and have you also worked on any type of UAP craft in which you were analyzing materials directly, if you could answer those?
Yeah, no to both questions. And the arts parts, we don't.
No to both questions. So basically he's asked him, have you ever personally worked on non-human intelligence, meaning alien materials, recovered alien spacecraft? And he says no to both questions. That's Eric Davis. So that tells us all we need to know. We don't need to know any more than that about Eric Davis. This is the guy that was sitting next to Luna saying there's 4 species of ETs coming here. Do you remember in that congressional hearing not so long ago? And then shortly after that, they asked Luna if Davis was going to be in the next one, and she said, "Who's Eric Davis?" So he obviously made a big impression on her. But he's got no experience with any of this stuff. You just heard him say it yourself. He has no experience with non-human intelligence, critters or materials. Just maybe just do that again. Where is that? Go back to about there, was it? Let's just hear that again.
And to see how, to what extent you could answer respectfully. Have you ever come in contact with any type of NHI, alive, not alive, and have you also worked on any type of UAP craft in which you were analyzing materials directly, if you could answer those?
Yeah, no to both questions. And the arts parts?
No to both questions. He hasn't come into contact with any aliens. He hasn't worked on any alien spacecraft. That, I think, is all we need to know about Dr. Eric Davis. As I said, I'll leave a link below so you can watch this chap's video in its entirety, and credit there to Generation Z for a little clip there from his interview with Dr. Eric Davis. That's the only part of this interview that's worth watching. The rest of it really is just gobbledygook. It's just complete nonsense. Okay, so there we go. That was a couple of clips there from a couple of different channels talking to Eric Davis. Legacy Piffle-Peddler. He's been in this business for a very long time, along with Hal Puthoff and some of the other guys, but Eric Davis and Hal Puthoff have probably been in it the longest. But Eric Davis tells us he has no personal experience with ET materials, technological or biological. And this is what Arrow told us, isn't it? This is what Sean Kirkpatrick told us. They've looked into it, and it's just a bunch. It's a core of science fiction piffle-peddlers. None of them have got any personal experience with extraterrestrial materials. Now, this is... sorry about the wobbly pictures, but this is camera on screen. I don't have one of those programs to import stuff, so I don't take this seriously enough to worry about that sort of thing. I think this is plenty good enough to get my point across. So hopefully you'll agree with me. I apologise for the wibbly wobbly pictures, but I think that the point is made. So if you've struggled, as always, If you've struggled through the video all the way to this point, many thanks for watching, and maybe I'll catch you again.